Hello, welcome to the TV room. David Bradley here, where things are cluttered yet again. I have here the matching microphone to the one that I'm using, but I think it needs a charge. Oh, there's a microphone here. Great. All right. I'm going to plug this one in. Oh, I see. Okay. This charger is slipping off. And down here, all right, I'm going to just drop this microphone down here because I know its mated thing is there. Now this one is charging. This charger thing, it has a little thing that slides in. So you can leave that on the plug, and it was coming off. So anyway, that microphone will be charging. I have to charge things for the World of Commodore. Why? Because the World of Commodore is coming. It will be November 30th of 2024 and December 1st of 2024. Go to tpug.ca for details. So I do need to tidy up here. Oh my god. Things happen. See, here's, oh look, isn't it beautiful? It's a specially made computer cassette by Radio Shack. Oh, is that upside down? Tandy. It's a beautiful thing. It has different little spoolie things. Or maybe we can just see them better. I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to put these tapes into this milk crate here because I can. And here, I'm actually going to start to gather things for the World of Commodore. Here's something that I probably won't need, but I'm going to take. It's extra charging cords for my phones. And why? Well, you never know. You just never know. Scissors. These should be downstairs in the kitchen. So I will set them over here where hopefully they will not stab me. Here is something I definitely need for the World of Commodore. Remember, if you have a Commodore 64 or a VIC-20 power supply that has this kind of end on it, then you should bring it to the World of Commodore and we can at least test the 5-volt side. For I can show you. Right now I'm using a 1764 power supply, which was the one for the Commodore 64. That that came when you got a 1764 RAM expander. And if we look at this, well, it's not exactly stable, is it? Like, hang on, let me plug it back in here. Anyway, basically, you don't want to see something tragically high. This one does look to be, well, around 5.7, 5.8, but it has also jumped down a little below 5. I'll have to ask Rudy. Oh, there we go. We're moving, but it was working fine. I'll have to ask Rudy what that could possibly mean. Anyway, this too is something I should take, so I will put it in the same bin. And even though I've not had this long, this does not need to be on at this moment. I'll take this along. Meter. I'm not intending to travel too heavily. And here is something I must save and keep in good condition. This, I'm sure, this is a dog that was owned by my sister's family. That's Louie. And Louie needs to go back home. So I will make sure as Christmas time approaches that this goes back. It does. It does indeed. Now here's a charging cube. I suppose I'll put it in here. I've not tested it. Do I trust it? Yeah, probably. It's an Apple one. It is. So there are many other things that I should take. Swabs. I have other swabs. I will take them. You know, maybe I should take an old pet. Just to show it. Maybe I should. I've not decided. Oh, here is the box for the little microphone I'm actually using now, and the ones that are charging. So I think I will put that in there. Here's another set of microphone things. You can never have too many. And this one, it's funny. I had to put a mark on the side because it does seem the receiver has a little trouble. Maybe I should deox it because I don't use it in the phone that has trouble. And there's other stuff here that I should carefully pack up and take to the World of Commodore. There is indeed. Look, here's the Torpet, the Independent Commodore Users Magazine, number 15, December 1982. Independent is, of course, in capitals, because if you've watched me a little bit, there was a big kerfuffle. And basically the Torpet and TPUG split. And that's the thing about when you're doing a volunteer organization. Like, everything should be on the up and up. Not saying it wasn't on the up and up. Probably at the beginning it was probably just quite fine. And look, if we look carefully into the front of this pet, there is one Steve Punter, who wrote WordPro, and also he wrote a bulletin board program that we used, and it eventually evolved into what was called the PunterNet. And I think it was available on IBMs and other things as well. Anyway, those in the pre-internet days. But from what I understand, there's lots of bulletin boards still connected to the internet. Thousands of them. Maybe tens of thousands. Anyway, a vintage magazine from now more than 40 years ago. And it's funny, it said on the front, there were 3 articles by Jim Butterfield. And I thought when I was looking before, oh yeah, there's 4. Ah, there's one by my brother. Bulletin boards. Page 15. Bulletin Board Review by Richard Bradley. Oh my. Oh, there's things in here I didn't even know about. I'm not going to read the whole thing now, but apparently, if you have never had the pleasure of signing on a BBS, why not give Gord Campbell a call? I won't give the number. And try to rent one of the club modems for a month. You may find the BBS community to be a very high-spirited, active bunch of computerists ranging from the beginner to the expert, such as Jim Butterfield. I say that I really think that Steve Punter has written a great bulletin board program and compliment him on his efforts. I cannot myself decide which is more of a challenge and pleasure, to be a user or to be a sysop, otherwise known as a system operator. Why not try the BBSs out and experience the user side of it? And at that time, there's a list of bulletin boards here, and there's not many. This is in Toronto, and there were 4 of the ones listed that were PET-based systems. One was one I was involved with, called the Nortec BBS. There was the PSI WordPro, which was by Steve Punter, Toronto PET Users Group, and RTC. But the RTC one did not stay up for long. At some point, perhaps I will read this. Anyway, the other thing that's in here, there is an article by Steve Punter about bulletin boards. And indeed, there are more pictures of Steve Punter. There he is. There he is. There he is. I've not looked at this in years. This magazine also featured the entire list of members at the time of publication, including phone numbers, so people could reach out to each other. Do any of the phone numbers still work? Probably not. Back then, we just used 7 digits. Now we use 10. But there still could be some of the ones, like I would bet, I'm not going to do it, but I would bet maybe, possibly, if I were to pick up my phone and say I found Steve Hunter's number in here, it is possible that he might have the same number, but I doubt it. See, for a long time, the phone companies sort of had you, because they'd say, oh, sure, you can change providers, but you can't keep your number. And for businesses, and also for people, this was no small, thing, because people get to know people's phone numbers. So anyway, but eventually, somehow, that got rectified in that, regardless of provider, numbers could be retained. And this was a big thing. It was, because really, that was sort of their their hostage thing. Because, I hear about stories. There was a scrapyard up north, and some fellow had bought it from the other guy. And even though it had had the same number for like 30 years or so, this guy's like, oh, no, I want my own number. Like, you are stupid. Like, there was another fellow I know, he and his family had run a heating and cooling company forever and ever and ever in North Toronto. And they had long since sold the building and long since moved away. And he didn't need a location, because on, thousands of tens of thousands of boilers and furnaces and things and stuff in North Toronto was the tag with their phone number. The phone number was the most valuable thing. So he moved, within a reasonable commute away. And to this day, he may still be getting calls on that number to go and do things. It's very, 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 very likely. I haven't checked in with him, but still, the phone number of a business, like, talk about, like places like Pizza 967-1111. You think they'd give that up? Or if they were going to, do some humongous restructuring or sell it or do whatever, I'm sure the first thing the new buyer would say is, we get the phone number. Because that is programmed in people's head. 967-1111. Call Pizza. Hey, hey, hey. Anyway, so way back when we had phone numbers and you couldn't transfer them between different carriers, mind you, originally there was just one carrier, but then along came others, this was like hostage taking. So people would stick with their company because of the number, even though they didn't like it. All right, well, I have much more to do here. I have to gather things and prepare for the World of Commodore, which is November 30th and December 1st of 2024. Go to tpug.ca for details, and I'll see you there. As I say, I'm probably just going to bring monitors to sell, probably. But I'll see. I haven't decided. I make it up as I go along. Anyway, thanks for coming. Have a lovely day. If we see you at the show, that'd be great. I would like to think they're going to video some of the presentations and have them online later. I am intending to try to do some interviewing there. I'll see how it goes. I will certainly be ready and charged, and I will have microphones. So, and let me just check. Oh, yes. See, this microphone is working when the little green light is on. But I still know, because I've had some failures in the past, I still know, which is nothing new for people in the sound business, I do sound checks and double check. Because there's nothing like, oh, look, I recorded a great video, but there's no sound. It's not recorded. It's not good. Doesn't take but a few seconds to press record and say, testing, 1, 2, 3, or tack, or whatever. And then stop it, listen, make sure, and carry on. All right. We'll see you again. And maybe we'll see you at the World of Commodore. David Bradley, signing off. Bye for now.